Hello and welcome to Looking Glass Letterbox. This is the general yearly overview for Cancer for 2020. So we're going to get into what Cancerians may like to embrace in the year ahead. We've just closed out 2019, just closed out a decade. We're opening up a whole new 10-year cycle with 2020. It's very exciting to me. I hope you are as excited as well. Also, this is a general reading, so it may not connect or apply to every one of you out there. That's fine. You can check your other assigned placements to see if what you're more tuned in with or more in alignment with is happening somewhere else in your chart. But hopefully there's something here that's interesting or entertaining or curious or supportive to you that you can embrace as you move throughout the year. So we're going to go ahead and jump in with your thoughts from the universe on love and connection. And for Cancerians, things are about to get really juicy. Fantastic. So a little heads up on an addiction that afflicts all really old souls. Giving love eventually becomes an even greater need than receiving love. See, you're not strange. Love the universe. All right, so some remarkable things in the work for Cancerians out there. And then we're going to move on to your Enchanted Map Oracle card, and we have 51, Moonlight. Beautiful. So something regarding the intuition for the year ahead. And for the quote for Moonlight is, your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical and analytical. Follow it. So this card is asking you to trust your intuitive hits. It's going to lead you into places that may not seem logical, but your hunches are going to be on target. So resist second guessing yourself in those situations and look into it. Be curious, ask questions, do some research, see if it's going to lead you down a path that you would like to really connect with and embark upon to take you to new vistas and new venues and new experience. So you can see when this card shows up, it's indicating you can see beyond the surface of things to read between the lines. So it's a good time to really get in touch with your intuition. Maybe keep a journal, maybe keep a list of things that just, ping, you notice it and you're like, that's interesting. Why did I notice that today? I never noticed that before. Just keep a list of them or just be aware of them to follow up on looking into, because it might turn out to be something that's really beneficial to you or very lucrative to you, or is going to be the key to getting you to the next stage of the development that you would like to embrace moving into this new year and into this new 10-year cycle. So remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. So sometimes the subtle hunch or the tingling in your brain that's like, I feel like that might be important. I don't know why, but I feel like it might be. And keeping those things in mind as you go about doing what you plan on doing throughout the year is going to be an excellent tool for you to help you to navigate and sort of map out the experience that you would like to have to be, and it may be a little bit more fulfilling and a little bit more enchanting for you to pay attention to those things. So that's some good advice from the Enchanted Map Oracle. So we're going to begin up here with your central theme for the year. The Hierophant. Fantastic for Cancer. It's discipline, structure, mentorship, seeking higher wisdom, greater knowledge, moving beyond the surface level and really digging into the details of something, getting to know it really well, and having the support structure there and the discipline involved throughout the course of the year that's going to keep you on track, allow you to be more efficient and more successful, and holding that as the sort of the center stone of your year is going to allow you to navigate more confidently throughout the year. It's really going to assist, because it's a very grounded energy. The Hierophant is also the card of Taurus, so there may be a Taurus that you're going to come into contact or you're already in contact with that may be very influential to you throughout the year. But it's a very grounded energy. It's major arcana. It's a trump, so it's going to the spirit of this card is going to infuse all of the things that you're doing throughout the year, as it's your central theme of the year. So Cancer is getting serious about what they're doing, and really really committing to it, and instilling discipline and structure and higher learning in order to do it well, and to connect with it with a deeper nuance, and a richer experience of the year ahead. Regardless of what it is that you're planning to do, embracing that as you move forward is really going to intensify your experience. That's lovely. That's bold, very bold, Cancer. All right, and this is what is passing out of influence from the past year, maybe the past decade, and that is the Seven of Cups. All right, so confusion. Seven of Cups is about having options, but being a little bit befuddled, maybe being pulled in many different directions. Because it's Cups, it's being pulled in an emotional direction, but still being confused, like the picture's not quite clear, you're not quite sure which one to choose. While having options is important and it is significant, paying attention to those intuitive hits and looking at all the options that you've had available to you and what you want to embrace to move forward. The intuitive hits are going to help you to decipher what's real, what's not, what's possible, and what's worth looking into, and what's worth removing from the selection, because it's not going to be beneficial to you. It's not going to move you forward or give you any sort of greater experience than you've already had up to this point. So the confusion of that choice and those options and the illusion of that is passing out of influence. That's lovely. And then coming into influence in 2020 is the Ten of Swords. Okay, a lot of people are afraid of this card. I'm not afraid of this card, and I'll tell you for why. Because this card in this position, swords are about communications. It's about what's happening in our thoughts, what's happening in our minds, our perspectives, and our perceptions. Coming into influence with the Ten of Swords for the year ahead means Cancer is over it. They're over all of the negative chatter. They're over all of the sort of self-defeating inner monologue that you may, if that's something that you struggle with, you know, you may be done with it very soon at the beginning of the year, because you are embarking upon and embracing some discipline and structure and some higher, working towards the next higher evolution of yourself, making definite choices to move forward, and all of that negative nonsense chatter, drama, melodrama, negativity, Cancer's done with it. You're over it, you're moving past it, you're leaving it behind, and you're not gonna sweat this stuff anymore. You're finished with it. 10 is the number of completion. It's the number of done. Cancer is just done with all of the nonsense, done with it, and they're embracing a bold stance, very grounded in how they want to move forward with the Hierophant going into the new year and into the new decade, because again, this is Trump's, so this could be the beginning of a new long-term, it's earth energy, so it's slow-moving energy. So some Cancerians out there are really committing to the long game, you know, and they're over the confusion and they're done with the nonsense, and they're ready to move forward and embrace what's new and exciting and beautiful and enchanting and curious and delightful. So if you're connecting with that, well done you. I fully support you there. All right, and then in your, this is what's crowning you for the year. So what the aspiration of the year, where you're sort of like the goal to keep in mind as you move throughout the year. You guys had two cards jump out for this particular position, and I just went with both of them. So let's see what you have here. And you've gotten beautiful, excellent. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love everything about it. The Fool and the Ace of Wands. So the Fool is about being ready to embrace the unknown, being ready to step out gleefully, you know, take a leap of faith off that cliff into new experience with a joyful heart, embracing and appreciating the current position with the Fool of being a little bit naive, a little bit innocent, a little bit unaware of what lies ahead, but embracing with open arms that the experience you're going to gain along the way, especially being grounded with the Hierophant, is going to be worth your while, and it's going to be worth every minute, and you're excited and joyful and and the road ahead for you is beautiful. And that is coupled with the Ace of Wands, which is the ignition, which is the purpose-driven passion, the ambitions and the dreams. So this is sort of your actions are sort of your intention being backed up with your actions. You're ready to go. You're done messing around with confusion and with nonsense. You're finished with that. You're ready to walk your own path, see what you see, learn from it, grow from it, take on board all of the lessons you learn, and allow that to support your growth and to move you closer to that next evolution of your experience in a long game, again, possibly for some of you over the next 10 years, but definitely activating in 2020. Beautiful, beautiful, I love it. And then we have what's grounding you. So what's grounding you, the foundation, is the Six of Swords. So again, this is reiterating here, you're ready to move on from all of the confusion and drama and negativity, anything that pinned you down, anything that held you back, whether it was yourself, whether you struggle with that inner resistance, or whether from it's outside yourself. You're done with that, you're packing up your stuff, you're getting in the boat, and you're moving on to a new shore. So it's about hope after struggle. It's about faith and the intention of moving on from it, not staying stuck, not staying pinned down, not staying still, not staying lost in a fog, but getting in the boat and moving forward and moving on and taking with you those things that are important to you. And again, it's at the point of 6. That's a point of growth and reciprocation. So cause and effect. What you put in means, putting something in order to get something out of it as well. Not for the sake of getting it, but being an active partner, being an active co-creator, embracing the fact that if you don't do anything to elicit change, if you don't decide to move, if you don't change your mind, change your perspective, and change your intention, you're going to stay in the confusion and you're going to stay stuck in the nonsense, and you're going to miss out on this glorious adventure that you are amped up to really embrace responsibly and steadfastly moving forward from this point. That is lovely. I love everything about it, because at the bottom of the deck, informing these cards, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and that's earth energy again, but it's about establishment of your material world. So for whoever the Cancerians are that are connecting with this or want to embrace this as the path forward to the next of the year to keep in consideration and keep in their pocket as they go about doing the things they like to do, they're serious about establishment, getting home together, getting work together, getting their health together, getting their family together, all of those things that are important and significant to your 3D life, being part of community and being an active and a vital and a contributing member of that community is what's informing the change or the vision of the way forward for you here. Fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. All right, so this is what is happening, what to consider happening in your airspace. And again, your airspace is what's happening in your mind, your thoughts, your decisions, your perceptions, your story of yourself and the world around you, and your communications. So happening in the airspace for Cancer, Ace of Cups, gorgeous. Cups, emotions, relationships, personal connections. So having the Ace of Cups in your airspace means that you understand that you have a new chance for fulfillment, a new chance for beginning again, starting fresh, moving on from here, embracing this and filling this cup up with what nourishes you, and having that connection between the head and the heart, because it's an Ace of Cups in your airspace. That's lovely. You're not operating from one space or the other. You're not choosing one or the other. You're seeking connection between the two. That is very significant. And with your intuition, your sensitivity, and your sort of keeping in mind to be aware of intuitive hits and pings to pay attention to along the way are going to lead you closer to coming into that, really solidifying that connection and making the most of it. So that's what to consider in airspace for Cancer. In your water space, so again, your relationships, your connections, and your emotions in your heart space. is the Hermit. Beautiful. So the Hermit, also a card of Virgo, so some of you may be coming into connection with a Virgo this year that's going to be significant to you. But the Hermit, again, it's an earth energy, so it's being grounded in your water space, which is your emotional zone. Being grounded and focused on reigniting that inner light. What is the journey that you specifically, as an individual, want to walk in the world? What is it that you specifically, what is your vision that you would like to make real and share with all of those people that are significant to you in the Ten of Cups? Your community, your family, all of those people that are important to you. What is it that you want to make known in the world through your own individual experience? That's what the Hermit is talking about. Lighting up that lamp and following your own path. And that may be why the Moonlight card is also here as well, because the direction that you want to go in, that intuitive ping that you get, it may not seem logical to you. It may not seem logical to anyone else, but you're fortifying yourself with discipline and structure and mentorship and higher learning. So you're going to be able to infuse those intuitive hits in the spirit of the Hierophant to carve out your own path that's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. So connection between your head and heart and your airspace, grounded in your emotional space, in your water space, and in your fire zone, fire space, you have the Six of Cups. Okay, your fire zone is about your ambitions and your passions and your dreams and your desires and your purpose to, down in your bones, what you feel you need to do, and following that up with action. And you have the Six of Cups. Again, a point of six, a point of growth, reciprocation, the cyclical nature of exchange. And this is connected to childhood. It's connected to innocence. It's connected to joy. So in your actions and in your ambitions, it's about embracing what's new, that those things that you do that make you feel youthful, like the whole world is new again, moving on from the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords, moving past those things and into the Six of Cups space with the Fool and the Ace of Wands. In your action zone, in applying to your ambitions and your dreams and what you're going to actively do to pursue this path that you decide to carve out this year and possibly over the next 10 years. That's lovely. That's lovely, having that emotional connection in your actions and in your ambition zone, emotional growth as well. And then in your earth zone, which is your material realm, real world manifestation, home, work, money, family, health, you have the Mother of Wands, so fire in your earth zone. Beautiful. So in your manifestation zone, you have the element, and actually a queen. This is like the Beyonce of the deck. But she's about being center stage, being public, making connections, making it known what she wants to do, showing people what she's doing, sharing it with other people. So being like, hey, come over here, look at this. I really think it's amazing. Do you think it's amazing too? I want to share it with you. If you do, that's great. If you don't, hey, you over there, are you interested in this? It's about being bold and being open and being seen and being out and being excited and vibrant and luminous. Well, not luminous, vibrant, incandescent, let's say. Incandescent in your active manifestation zone, in your earth zone. So this is amazing. Amazing. And no wonder things are about to get really juicy for you Cancerians out there, because this is absolutely magnificent. So whoever wants to embrace this moving forward throughout the year, oh, you have my full support. You're going to do some big, bold, interesting things. It's going to be things that people that you know may not have thought would have been possible, and you're going to surprise and delight each and every one of them because you're not messing around. You're solid. You're solid on what you want to do, what you want to move forward on, and you're okay with other people not understanding the path you're going to take to get there. It's going to astound people. It's going to be remarkable. Beautiful. Excellent, Cancer. That is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, Cancer.